I'm sure our Prime Minister keeps that idiot Lamia no-brainer Rayner on the front bench because it makes him look a little better. Jim Davidson slams Keir Starmer live on air. Sparks fiery debate. You're not going to believe what just happened. Jim Davidson, the outspoken comedian and commentator, went live on air and absolutely tore into Labour leader Keir Starmer. This wasn't a gentle disagreement. This wasn't some polite back and forth. No, Davidson went full throttle, calling Starmer out in a way that left the studio buzzing and social media on fire. And here's the kicker. His remarks connected with something deeper: frustration, anger, that sense that Britain's political elite just aren't listening. So what exactly happened? And why is this moment already being talked about everywhere? Davidson was appearing on a live radio segment where the discussion turned to Britain's leadership, the state of the economy, and the wave of discontent rippling through the country. That's when Davidson pivoted hard toward Keir Starmer. In blunt terms, he accused Starmer of being out of touch, of offering polished speeches but little substance. He argued that ordinary working people don't see their struggles reflected in Starmer's vision, and that Labour risks becoming just another party of the establishment. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. And then came the bombshell. Davidson referenced Tommy Robinson's critiques of the political system, not to endorse Robinson directly, but to highlight that people are angry for a reason. His exact words struck a nerve. You don't have to like Robinson, but sometimes you've got to admit the frustration he points to is real. That line lit the fuse. The reaction was instant. The host looked stunned. The panel froze, and within minutes, the clip was cut, uploaded, and circulating across Twitter and TikTok. Comments poured in. One viewer tweeted, "Davidson just said what millions are thinking. Starmer talks a good game, but where's the action?" Another fired back, "Dangerous stuff. Quoting Robinson on live radio only feeds division." That clash of opinions, split right down the middle, is why this story exploded. Because this wasn't just about Davidson versus Starmer. It was about the raw frustration boiling up in Britain right now. Think about the timing. Britain is battling a cost of living crisis, rising crime in certain areas, and constant bickering in Parliament. People are tired, angry, and looking for anyone who speaks with raw honesty. Davidson, never one to mince words, tapped into that mood. And whether you agree with him or not, his message landed because it wasn't wrapped in political polish. It was blunt, it was emotional, it was human. Insiders are taking notice too. One Labour MP, speaking anonymously, told a journalist, "The real danger isn't Davidson himself, it's that his words echo what people already feel. If we don't address it, frustration like this will only grow." Meanwhile, Conservative voices quietly welcomed the moment. A Tory councillor wrote online, "When comedians start saying what voters feel, you know Labour has a problem." That's the political reality. Davidson might not be a politician, but he has influence. And when someone with his platform goes after Starmer in such a raw way, it sticks. And let's be clear, Davidson didn't offer detailed policy solutions. That's not his role. But in today's political climate, that hardly matters. What matters is the soundbite, the viral moment, the clip that spreads far beyond the studio. And that clip of Davidson slamming Starmer live on air is already reshaping the online debate. But here's the bigger picture. This isn't just about Davidson, Starmer, or even Robinson's name being dragged into the mix. It's about the growing gap between Britain's political leadership and the people they claim to represent. Every time a public figure voices raw frustration, it resonates more than a dozen parliamentary speeches. And that's dangerous territory for Labour because Starmer is supposed to be the man of the people, the alternative to Tory chaos. If he starts looking detached, that image collapses. So where does this leave us? Davidson has sparked a debate that Labour can't easily ignore. Do they dismiss it as noise, hoping it dies down? Or do they confront it head-on, showing that they're actually listening to the concerns bubbling under the surface? For Starmer, the risk is obvious. If he ignores moments like this, they grow. They snowball. They feed a narrative that says Labour doesn't care. For Davidson, the effect is clear. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you. Thank it.